Hi, everybody. Wanted to take a moment and talk a little bit, maybe compare and contrast, I guess, a little bit, the paid Google pay-per-click platform and the Facebook ads paid platform as it relates to marketing for your studio. And what I'm not talking about, first of all, let me clarify. I'm not talking about a couple of things here. First of all, I'm not talking about organic search engine marketing, so search engine optimization, right? We're not that is a great strategy to have in place and implement, but if you need new students fast, that's not a good strategy to be implementing because it takes time to build, okay? And it is something you should be working on. It's not the topic of what I want to go over today, and I'm also not talking about the organic posting that people are doing to social media, to their Facebook page or to their Instagram platform, or boosting posts or boosting events or something like that. I'm talking about a well-designed strategic approach to a paid Facebook strategy or a Google PPC pay-per-click strategy as well. Now, maybe you're not familiar with those, so I'll dive into that a little bit as well here. But I want to kind of help people understand the differences between the two and why we would use one versus the other, and at what time each one is appropriate and how you should be doing that a little bit. So this is a little bit technical, so hopefully you've got some marketing experience for your studio kind of already. But of course, the Google pay-per-click platform works by showing ads to people on Google when they are typing in search terms that are relative to what it is that you're trying to sell. So somebody types in, studio near me, dance studio near me, ballet classes near me, karate classes near me, something like that. You want your ads to be showing up first in the search results. We could pay to have that happen. Facebook works a little bit differently, of course. Facebook works on specific targeting. So Facebook has all kinds of kind of creepy information about all of us and all of its users, and can be leveraged to show those ads specifically to a type of person that's just happened to be on the Facebook platform or one of their partners. And we can pay to get those ads in front of people. On the Google platform, we pay every time somebody clicks on one of those ads. If nobody ever clicks on one of our ads, it never costs us anything. Okay, so there's the first kind of difference between the two. And it's really important that you have those strategies. That if you're employing those strategies, that you have them set up correctly. And I talk to a ton of people who are not kind of leveraging all of the power that's available there. For example, Google has a little piece of code you can put on your website that will track what happens to people after they click on that ad and navigate through your website. So we can know if somebody converted on your website or filled out your form or purchased something on your website or whatever it is that you're trying to do. We know if that ad is working or not, in other words. And the same thing is true for Facebook. Facebook has a little piece of code, very, very easy to install on your website. We call it the Facebook Pixel. And the Facebook Pixel code, it fires every time somebody loads one of your web pages. And so Facebook then, it's not just a matter of tracking people as they go through your website, but it's also a matter of giving Facebook information about how people are acting after they go from an ad that you're paying for on Facebook to your website. And there's going to be a difference, for example, between the people who click on an ad and then never do anything on your website or immediately hit the back button, and those that actually spend some time on your website and are actually filling out your get started forms or whatever you have in place and converting on your website. And you want Facebook to pay particular attention to the kinds of people that are converting on your website. And if you don't have that Facebook Pixel installed, if you don't have the Google conversion code installed or Google Analytics installed on your website, like, we just can't track that stuff as well as we could if you do that. And it's very, very easy to do. It doesn't cost anything. Neither Google nor Facebook is going to charge you to do that. So it's an important thing to have in place. That being said, now, what happens is, Facebook and Google both can start to form an opinion of the kinds of people that are liking your stuff, in other words. And it is much, the artificial intelligence, for example, in Facebook is much smarter than you and I, and is going to be able to say, hey, these people who are going to this website and liking this stuff and signing up for these things have these characteristics in common. And it's going to be able to figure out some things about those people, the types of other products that they like, the types of music that they like, their income demographic, where they live, that kind of thing. It's going to be able to figure that out. And then we can go back to Facebook and we can say, hey, Facebook, I want to show my ads to more of the people like these people. And it will actually reach out into that cold market and find people like the people that have reacted with your stuff already, like those people. And it will show this ad to the right kind of people. So we're not just massing our ads out in front of everybody. It's not just the old school shotgun approach when we would send postcards through the mail to as many people as we possibly could, or put up as many flyers around town as we can. I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing those things, but Facebook now can target very, very clearly the type of person that we should be showing our ads to. And it can make a very, very good guess using its artificial intelligence on what those people are like and whether or not those people are likely to convert when they make it to your website. So we end up spending less money to get our information, our advertisements in front of the right people. Okay. Well, so what's the difference between the two, and when should we use one and when should we use the other? Well, the short answer is at my studio, I'm constantly using both, and I'm running at least low cost campaigns to both Google Ads platform and also the Facebook platform, paid Facebook platform, almost all of the time, all year round, and continuing to kind of feed that machine a little bit as I'm getting students into my studio. But why is that? Well, it's because really these two tools, the Facebook platform and the Google Ads platform, they're used to accomplish two different things. If you think about it, like the Facebook platform, what it's really, really good at, if you set it up right, if you get that pixel installed and really start leveraging that, paying attention to your data. If you do that correctly, what Facebook is good at is reaching out into the cold market. The people that have like never heard of you before, the people that didn't wake up this morning thinking, you know what I need in my life is more dance lessons or karate lessons or piano lessons or whatever it is you teach, right? It's very good at finding those people and then helping to walk those people through our funnel till we can convert them into becoming paying students. That's what Facebook is really good at. So if you live in an area, for example, that's very, very highly competitive, we recommend that you're paying a lot of attention to that, because then if Facebook can reach into the cold market, right, these people aren't necessarily also looking at your competitors, they're just looking at you. And so we want to make sure that we're able to capture their contact information and then get them in the studio and enroll them. So that it's really good at reaching into that cold market. On the other hand, what happens with Google Ads is these people that are going to be reacting to these ads are actively looking for what it is you are trying to sell. And so they're typing into their computer, you know, karate teacher near me, or ballet instructors in my area, or the zip code, or whatever they're typing in, actively looking for what it is that you sell. So they are much, much hotter prospects because in a sense, they're kind of farther down the funnel. And so this isn't as cold of traffic as we would be getting from this type of Facebook ads strategy that I'm talking about here. These people are much warmer prospects. Now, the problem with that is if they're actively looking for what it is that you're selling, they're probably also seeing your competitors' ads as well. And so we want to make sure, or your competitor's information as it shows up in a Google search or something like that, right? So we want to make sure that we have those ads set up correctly and we're tracking to make sure that it works for us. But these are very, very hot prospects. Now, in general, and this is not always the case. This is not always the case in every area. This is not always the case in every studio offering. So depending on what art you teach, this may vary a little bit as well. But in general, Facebook leads are less expensive right now. But keep in mind, these are a little bit colder leads. Like we have to do a little bit more work to nurture these guys, and we will convert generally a smaller percentage of those. But it's reaching a market out in this vacuum of people that are not even looking for what it is that we're selling yet. Like they haven't even thought about that yet. Google, on the other hand, with the Google Ads platform, you're generally going to end up paying a little bit more for those leads, but they are much easier to convert because those folks are farther down the funnel. They've already thought this through and decided this is what they're actively looking for and probably going to purchase from you. And so really we use the Facebook Ads platform and the Google platform, the paid platforms, to market to two different groups of people. And if you were trying to run a holistic marketing campaign at your studio and you really want to grow your studio aggressively, we absolutely recommend that you're leveraging both of those things. These are not two competitive marketing strategies. It's not like we have one strategy that's going to do kind of the same thing as the other. They're two different tools that accomplish two different things for us. So one of them is reaching very well into much colder traffic, and then the other one is much better at finding people that are farther down the funnel. And also Google is better right now, at least, and this may not be the case in the future. Facebook is investing a lot in this, but Google is also right now very good at retargeting to people. So in other words, after they visit your website and they don't convert, there are a lot of tools that Google has that allows us to kind of follow those people around the internet and show our ads to them as they continue to navigate through the internet. So it's much better strategy for warmer prospects and people that are actively looking for what it is that we're selling. And we need to be hitting both of those things. If we're just hitting one or just hitting the other, we are missing out on a major piece of the traffic that we could be getting coming into our studio. Okay, so that's those are the biggest points I think between to kind of distinguish between the Facebook ads paid platform and the Google platform. Both of them very, very good for our industry. Very, very important for you to be leveraging both of those things at the same time. And if you have any questions, please let us know. And we wish you all the luck in the world.